how to make these really clicky-clacky rotator cuffs. I'm not sure if these have an actual name, but I've just been calling them clunky rotator cuffs because they do make such a nice clicking sound. You need beads, string, and scissors. Now these require a lot of beads. I'm not sure of exactly how much, but roughly off the top of my head, I'd say around maybe 200 or 300. To keep things simple, I'm just going to use 2 colors. This blue is going to be my first and main color. Then this gray is going to be my secondary color. To start off, make a 2X X-base cuff. If you don't know how to make an X-base cuff, I have a tutorial in this playlist. Make sure you have about half a wingspan worth of string on the X-base. Then make sure that the string is coming out of one of your secondary color points. Then string on 2 of your primary color beads, 1 of your secondary color beads, then 2 more of your main color beads. Then you're going to take the string and string it through the next secondary color point and then pull tightly so that it makes a little point. Then you're going to do that all around. Once you're done, it should look something like this. So then you're going to string the string through these 3 beads so that it's coming out of the point closest to it. Then string on 2 of your primary color beads, 1 of your secondary color beads, and then 2 more of your primary color beads. String it through the closest point like this and make it look like a point. Then you're going to do that all around. Once done, it should look like this. Now we're going to tie it off by taking the string, putting it through the closest hole, then waiting until we hear something like a clicking sound like that, then pulling the string through the little hole and pulling tightly. And I suggest doing that multiple times just to make sure that it's nice and secure. Then tie string onto the other side and make sure it's coming out of a secondary color bead. And just like the other side, we're going to string on 2 primary color beads, 1 secondary color bead, then 2 more primary color bead, and we're going to put them through the closest secondary color point, pull tightly, and make sure that it makes a little point, and then do that all around. So yours should look something like this, and we're going to string the string through these 3 beads and make sure it goes out of a point. Then string on 2 primary color beads, 1 secondary color bead, and then 2 more primary color beads, and string it through the closest point, pull tight, and form it to make a point. Now do that all the way around. So it should look like this, and then we are going to tie it off the same way that we did for the other side. Now you need to make an X-base cuff with reverse colors as the other one, so your primary colors become your secondary colors become primary, and make it bigger than the base was. So for example, this I made 30 beads around, this one I made 42 beads around. Make sure you have about half a wingspan worth of string. Make sure that the string is coming out of one of the secondary color points. String on 2 primary color beads, 1 secondary color bead, and then 2 more primary color beads. And we are going to follow this line and string the string through this bead. So it should look like this, a little point. And then we're going to string on just as many beads again and then follow the line and do that all around. So it should look something like this. Now we're going to string the string through so that it's coming out of one of these points. Once it's coming out of a point, string on 2 primary color beads and then string it through one of these beads so that it does that. Then string on 2 more primary color beads and put it through the point, and then continue on like that throughout the entire bracelet. Once you're done, it'll look something like this, and to tie it off, we are going to take the string and get it under one of these little legs, and there will be a little circle. Take the tail of the string and pull it through the circle, and that makes a knot. Then do that as many times as you can just to be nice and secure. Cut the tails off of both of your projects and then just put that onto it, and then you're done. If you like the cuff I made in this video, or any of these, I have an Etsy shop where they're listed. It's called Rainy Days Creations. You can see how it's spelled in the top, and the link is in my bio.